Okay. Now, give everybody a little time to get here. Look, I know I feel like I feel like oh, hold up. Oh boy. Okay, they're gonna run for my money. I say that. They're gonna give me a run for money. And I have to see which one is staying on. Is it on here? So pause this and check to see. I forgot which one is. So let me look up. Okay. Okay, microphone. I think we're good on that. Now here. Okay, sorry, set up. This is automatic. Okay. So I'm just giving it time. I don't have to sit here. Of course, I can. This thing is giving me more than I need. Yeah, I don't need all of that, but that's cool. So what I did was, okay. So you know what? This is what I'm gonna do too. It would be nice if I could, it's live, right? If I could pause. Can I pause live? Let me see if I can pause. I don't know. You know what I mean? Pause. I mean, anyway, so okay, so now, so what I don't do is like tell people to hit the notification button, the subscribe button. I don't do that, but that's something that I think I probably should do, right? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that donation and donation, okay, because that donation help me to continue what I'm doing. I'm going to do it anyway, okay? Anyway, because that's my purpose. But a blessing is a blessing. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. See you later. Okay. What I've done the fly pop. Yeah, fly pop. They get they are no. They get smacked. Ill. You know. 'Cause- Okay. Flies are annoying. You know. And so anyway, that wasn't a fly, obviously, right? Or a mosquito, a bloodsucker. You're getting it splat. Yeah. Now, not sure. I think that might have been a. If I said, I think if I TikTok, that might have been a suspicion, right? So you have to be very careful when you're on that site. So let me see here. I was talking to some. All right, so no one's on yet, so that's good. Just uh, all right. Okay, good. Camera was blurry. I was kind of blurry. Maybe I don't know. I don't know, but okay. I need. Okay, so I'm gonna call him and ask to have it for me. Okay, so let me call and ask him, text him or something, because people. Oh, they did say call me when you get a chance, so I get a chance. Who was that then? Who was that call? Oh, it was text. That's what it was. So let me chat. Let me because that and probably it's my camera setting, right? That is the best shot. how, let me, okay, call me. I just wanted to know to check my calendar for me. So I was just talking. Yes, Blue. Thank you. I think that's pretty clear right there. I could have stayed at the pool. Well, of course I could have, but I wouldn't have been able to do this. So let's take priority. Hi, I, I, I lives. Let's call that. My computer's slow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. um, Better not. Okay. Yes, there you go. Yes. Is it better now? Okay. It was Joseph. You know what it was? The lens was just dark. It was all fogged up, and so that was it. Um, isn't it? So just hello. I'm having a connection. I show at least one person. It's getting warm in here. The heat is on. Okay, so now it does show one. Maybe you're that one who's watching. Are you back in now? No, I know it's on my. I'm having internet issue. Okay, watching. Yeah. Okay, so maybe I let the pool thing, because when I always go to the pool, I'm thinking it's a small pool, you know, but nah, it's spread. You water slides and the barbecue and everything, and it's pretty big. So and they was playing music too. So right before I left, I had started dancing, but it's like, oh man, if they had the right music on, and anyway, I started having a good time. But I said I was gonna come do this, so okay. Like I said, that was a spur of the moment, and call it this, that's a distraction because when I like to do, and oh, wait, I didn't do that. I did that. I just made a mess. I got to get this up. I'm looking forward to see what you're going to talk about today. Okay, all right. So Joseph, I have so much. I have so much to talk about, right? Because you know, I okay. So now it's going blurry again because I was doing something. Let me see. I don't know. I might have touched it. I have some glass cleaner. Yeah, I have some glass cleaner in the car. So, wait, let me open the door because I think it's getting really hot. is. 'Cause the heat on up.
Gerald, I'm sorry. It's very, there's something going on in my connection. Yeah,
As your mother, all I buy. I buy pants. This is all I. But anyway, yeah. So, all right. So, I am on, right? I'm going and all of that good stuff. Yeah. So it might. That's probably what it was. I had to open the door. They actually have the heat on, getting ready to have me a good time. But like, you know what? I said I was gonna. So Joseph, have you been following?
no, I had a thought.
Okay. No, could you possibly? You couldn't. What did you, Joseph?
What's your TikTok? What's your TikTok? What do you go by?
Same name. Jero True Speaker. Now I don't honestly don't know if it's rebirth or not. I think it's a True Speaker, and it's for Instagram too. Yeah, I have I have a lot of different accounts. I didn't realize I have that many accounts, especially YouTube. I probably have 4 channels too. I know I do actually. And that's because I thought maybe if I use the same name, just that it would consolidate, it would be the same account, you know.
You're breaking up again, Jara.
Okay. Okay.
Jara, can you hear me?
Okay. So listen,
Can you
just
hear me?
I'm gonna talk. I can hear you well.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk because I'm recording right
I
now.
can hear you. This is my, there's something wrong with my phone, the connection.
It could. I wondered, Joseph, though.
It's not good.
Okay. Okay. So listen to. Okay. So I'm online now. Okay. Text me. Okay. Let's text. Oh boy. Oh me, oh my. That's a good time when you're a child and you're allowed to be a child. You know, you have your playtime. You really play with real friends, not some virtual friend. You have real friends to play with, and so this community is good for that. It's a good place for children to grow up and play. You can actually go outside and ride your bicycle, take walks, you know what I'm saying, and feel safe in the community. And and the kids they know each other on the block. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I grew up too. That's how I grew up, and everybody. It was a bigger, of course, area than this, but you knew everybody in the area because um, it was a small town. And if you didn't, there wasn't a lot of cars back then. People didn't have cars. A lot of people didn't have cars. And so, anyway, we walked everywhere. And when you're walking up and down the street, if Miss Mary is sitting on her porch all day long, if you pass by Miss Mary's house 20 times a day, then you say hi to Miss Mary every single time that you pass by. Because otherwise it's like that old disrespectful. No, it's like when you see someone, acknowledge them. So 20 times you pass by, 20 times you say hello. And as a child, it was like, I just came by here. I got to say hi again. Yes, you say hi again. But see, now I'm saying this, but that was me. That was me. I did that. And I wasn't going to act like, well, I did. I just came by. I just said hi to you. No, I'm gonna say hi again. And they say hi. And they love it because you're acknowledging them. The elderly people. Sometimes that's they just sit out there and watch you. Back, and that's it. And who knows, that may be the highlight of their day, to see you walking back and forth, to know that they're not the only one in the world, and actually even it may even give them, it take them back to their childhood when they were that age, walking up and down the street. Okay, so anyway, it's good to see. My apologies. There's my friend back. Um, oh gosh. All right. So you hear the kids in the background playing, and it reminded me of when, of course, when I was about that age, and we had real friends because I was actually thinking and hoping that because a lot, they like to get on the phone and play with their friends virtually, and it's like you need to play with some real people. You need to play with some real people because you learn how um, to be a sociopath when you don't know how to be around people. It can teach you. See, you're always being taught something in everything. You're always being taught something in everything that you do. That's just how it is. That's the nature of things. So, because see, think about this. When you're thinking about, let's say, okay, your intention is you're instead of homeschooling your child, right? Your intention is to have your child go to school so that they know how to react with people and intermingle and socialize with people, right? Okay. But then you don't know what they're socializing with and who is teaching them what. You put your child into their hands and you hope and pray that they are being taught well. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what your child is getting when you put them in someone else's hand. But if you teach them yourself, then you know exactly what they're getting. You know, you know exactly what they're getting. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. Oh, I don't seem to be typing anything. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right. Let's see. And yeah, so I was actually writing down, just talking about um, you know, childhood and learning from everything. There's a lesson in everything that you do. And so that's what I was kind of talking about. Everything there is a lesson. All right. So I see. I think it's just going in and out. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. I know one thing, it's blurry and then it's not. And I'm thinking that is okay. So now, That's how you do that. Because if it's really blurry, I could just probably do it from, because it's hot. It's hot over here. Ain't that hot? It's blurry. It is. I don't know if it's that. I know this one is fine over here. This one is super blurry. Super duper duper blurry. What's the problem, man? What's the problem? Okay, see that. Oh my gosh. I can't get away. I can't seem to get away from the kids. Okay, let me try to see. I'm just trying to get this camera somewhere. Okay, I think that's pretty cool right there, right? I think that's pretty cool. Now, because this is just, I think that's pretty clear. I think it's clear, right? Yeah, of course, it looked like I'm leaning a little bit because the camera is leaning. So, you know what? All right, let's do this. Okay, so would that bother you if you're leaning? Anyway, I'm not going to do that. I think I just might because that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Okay. Yeah, just give it from a different perspective. You know. Okay. So, okay. At least nobody is on right now. But they may see, y'all might see this later. Um, you know what? I'm gonna take it off for now, and I'm gonna hook it up and get it right. Wait a minute. No, I'm not. I'm gonna, I'm gonna do that thing. All right. So it's getting dark in here. So what I could do is turn on the lights and let some sunshine in. Boom, boom. Let's see what happens with that. Well, that's a little sunlight, but actually, I guess I need to put this over aquí. 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 Okay. So that would be pretty cool, right? But no, that wouldn't work. So I don't want to waste all of that until I get going. Okay, so this turn on. Yeah, turn that on. Okay, so some of my topics that I have written here. It's not going to work because the sun is going down too. So I can't really rely on that too much. Okay, so this is actually, I think, the better spot. Right on the computer. All right. So, okay. So, all right. So I had the mass deception, puppet master, right? Um, the mark of the beast. And of course, these are all tied in, right? Because everything is. But the mass deception, the puppet master, see, the puppet master is in control of the whole deception, right? Because he's the puppet master, making you think somebody is who they are not. You know, you think you're looking at me, but you're not really looking at me. You're just looking at someone who have on a mask that looks similar to me. Okay. And so that's what's going on. All right. What time is it? Okay, not quite. I'm gonna go. Yes. What they talking about? What you say? Calling young girls. Oh. So that screen up top they got. They certainly were screaming at the top of their lungs. Okay. So yeah, the master is the one who is giving order for these characters to come forth as they do, right? Because he's a puppet master. And the puppet master uses whatever puppet he wants, however he wants to. So, um, and the puppet master makes all of the decisions, all of them. You know, it's just like it's like God, right? It's the same thing. God does the same thing. He makes all the decisions. So don't think that he's not in control. Don't think that he doesn't have the power. Don't think that he's not, because he is. Don't think that you created yourself. Don't think that you are here by chance. Don't think that, because everyone is here for a purpose. Now, and and that so much so that you were made to question yourself, you know, to question basically yourself, and yourself being yourself. Okay, okay. I gotta write this real quick so I don't forget. All right. Um, and you, if you didn't create yourself, you have to start asking those questions of purpose and destiny. You know, where'd you come from? Where are you going? Why are you here? What is your purpose? Why are you here? So, if you were by chance, then you would have no specific purpose. You see, you're not by chance. You are divinely orchestrated, divinely created. You are a song. You know, you are one of the many songs that make up the universe of Okay, okay. So now I just said you make up a song. You are a song, and your song echoes throughout the universe, right? Your sound, your song, okay? But your song is connected to everyone else's song. And with all of the songs together, you get you get the it's a hum, right? And it reverberates throughout the universe, right? And so all of us together make up the sound, the song. So God has, okay, God have God has a son, right? He has a sound. So it's the same thing as saying God has a son, God has a sound, and it's his favorite sound, and his son is that sound that resonate along with everything else, right? And that sound is the sound of Om, is love, that's what it is. That's love. And so love conquers all, no matter what in your world that you're going through. That love, it just conquers all. It just do. I know it does, because I'm living it. I'm living it. You know, there are different ways to handle things, but love conquers all. It really does. It really does. Because love is freeing, it is allowing. And when you love something, you let it go. You let it go. Because when you're holding it to yourself, it can't be free. You can't be free. So you become tied up with one another. It doesn't matter the type of relationship it is. You become tied, even if it's your job, you become tied up with something, you know. And so you can't do what you need to do. But as you're tied up in the job, you're working and slaving for someone else while they're living their life, you know and that's just the way it is, when you play that game. And so with love, you say, okay, I played it. It was all right, but I can leave it. I can leave it right here because, see, everything, okay, I'm just writing down some ideas as I talk because I'm all, and that one, this right here, mm-mm. Um, let me just write this down. Okay. Okay, I'm getting ready to go on TikTok. I'm gonna go on TikTok, and I will be back over here to YouTube at some point. But when TikTok give me okay, I'm going to go to TikTok, and because TikTok is teaching me what not to do. They're teaching me what not to do. So drink water, drink plenty of it. It's good for you. It's good for your. It's good for you. You're that's less toxins in your body. I know that's not as pure as it used to be, but it's better than the soda and the juice, all of those other additives and sugar and stuff. You need something to come through your body and wash it out, keep your body washed out. You're putting stuff in, and just put something in it that is as pure as you possibly can get it, right? You know, every once in a while. You can't do that all the time, but not every once in a while. watch your intake, and so that when it goes out, you know what it is that you put in your body, because when it comes out, it has an odor, right? But if you're constantly, rinsing, you know, it, rinsing really good, there won't be such an odor, you know, even through your pores, and so you smell a certain way, according to what you're putting in your body. Yeah. So anyway, I am going to go and see every time. See, I'm gonna go and see what they have to cook, because I do like to cook. Um, I like to cook and put some music on and just dance around the kitchen and cook. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I like to do. Um, so yeah. So oh gosh, there's so much. So love is a song that reverberates throughout the universe, right? And I'm saying the universe, that's what I had said. Universe, and then you have the universe, but you also have the multiverse, right? Which most people don't realize that we have. You are always you are in other realities all the time. So when you go to sleep, you leave this one and you go to one of those over there, and you don't remember this one. When you're over there, when you're sleeping, you know nothing about this place right here. You don't know anything. And then when you come back here, you can vaguely remember and put it together what happened over there, because it was a different reality, you see. And you can't explain it because it was a different reality. It's just so weird. So, and that's how it is when you die. When you die from one reality, you go to another reality, but you're gonna finish the game of life, because God said you're gonna. So even if yeah, you have to finish the game of life. So when you go to sleep and you go somewhere else, and have you ever dreamed about, like, um, swimming underwater and breathing underwater? Have you ever dreamed that and felt it, like really felt it with your physical here? You feel it, and you're not, the water is going through your nose, but you're not drowning, you know. So, um, yeah, so that's how it is. That's what, um, when you go to sleep, that's what you do. You leave this reality. And I say it's the same thing with people who have Alzheimer's. Okay, people who have Alzheimer's, I think it is God's grace, because everything, God uses everything however he wants to use it. Now you can think it is whatever you want it to think, but that doesn't mean that's what it is. So, and anyway, everything that they tell you out there in the world, so question it, question it. Why would they tell us? Clear. Thank you so very much. Boop, boop. Thank you so very much. How can I do that? I don't know what I did. So, okay, I'm just gonna put it in there anyway. I need to spell things right. Okay. So, where is it? Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna click on something and see what we get. And see what we get. Okay. I don't know. I'm sending it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, thank you so much, because I think it's getting foggy, not foggy, but humid in here, and it's kind of affecting the camera. But anyway, yep. So the multiverse, the universe. When you go to sleep, you go somewhere else. That's how you know you're in. You're always. This isn't the only you. You are doing the same thing somewhere else. I like to think of it as like for every blade of grass, there's a person, right? And wherever that blade of grass is, that's you. In connection to all of those other blades of grass that are around, you are connected to them in your life as well. So like we are the seed that was planted and has sprung up as humanity. But we came from a lofty height. We fell from a lofty height. We weren't always physical beings. So they tell it and teach it to us as evolution. But what it is the fall from grace, solidifying. That was so we didn't come from monkeys. So we solidified, right? Spirit man to physical man. And physical man is matured. We are that matured seed that has sprung up. And so within us is a lot of evil that has to come on up. That's why so many people on the earth now, all of that evilness has to spring up and be uprooted. Okay, so that's where we're at. And we, humanity, are the seeds, just like all the other seeds on this planet, all the other trees, the grass, and everything. Everything God foresaw back then is now springing up. And this is the time that it springs up, get chopped off, the wheat shaft, and you get separated. And once you're separated, that is it. Ain't no more coming back together. So this is the time in the body now to get it right, because many people are being tricked by the trickster, right? By the puppet master. He's a puppet master. He's a puppet master. You see these people coming out and they don't look the same, and it's like, why do he look different? So different this time, and it's because, you know, they're not the same. They're not who we think they are. The puppet master can put whoever he wants to put on stage, and we know is, well, that look like them, but we don't really know if that's them or not, right? So it's a whole lot of things going on. And right now is the time you have to wake up, because if you fall for the okey doke and getting that chip, or signing that paper, whatever, you're getting that chip, the mark of the beast, right? You get that, and as soon as you get it, you drop. Oh, you done messed up. We all die. We all die. So it does. So why would you get the chip knowing you're still gonna die? And you may not, because see, get some covering. Get a renal dog. Get a renal dog. Get a high covering. Have a covering so that you don't have to worry about, when the famine hit, when the pestilence hit, when the sword hit. So you got the sword of the mouth, and you got the sword of the flesh, of a physical sword. That's what you have. Either way, you're going to leave this earth. You don't want to leave it, see, because you're not, once you leave here, you're just not anymore. Oh, when you close your eyes to this, they open right up to another one, and you will find yourself in a sea of millions of billions of people, like the sand of the sea. You find yourself in this sea of people. And as I was saying with the blade of grass, wherever you are, that's where you are. Wherever that blade of grass that is symbolic to you, that's where you are. And everybody around you, okay, actually is in your life, because that's where you are. Okay. What many are calling the flower of life. like that's right. That eventually sprout outward. Okay. We can't have a flower without a seed first. That's true. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Okay. Wait a minute. How do I do this? How do I? Okay, I think I gave you a heart or something. Did I give you something? Did something come? I don't know. Okay. Um, so yeah, we are that fallen seed, and you have to think about it because this is how it happened. As we fell from grace, we solidified. So as spiritual beings, we were in the garden, but as we fell from grace, as we fell, we shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and shrunk until we become this, what we are, animalistic. We are animalistic now. And so God said, it's time. It's time. It's your time for love. And he comes back to get us, you know. And when he come back to get us, okay, and he clean the evil, the uprooted can come. Can't come until the evil is done away with. And then all man will have a changed heart. See, and people think, uh, you know, this Jesus, Yeshua, you know, um, is a perfect man. That is the biggest, see, that's the biggest misconception. That is the biggest deception because there's no such thing as a perfect man, cannot be, because the body was given spirits that go along with it to cause it to fall, right? So there can't be a perfect man, only the perfect spirit. It is a perfect spirit that is inside of the man that makes the man what you call perfect in the way of God. But physically, there is no perfect man. That's impossible. That is a lie. That is an image of God as corruptible man. You see, you have an image of God as a human being, which is corruptible. It can't be perfect. But when spirit, back up, the spirit is already in him. When God quickens that spirit within that person, and before God even quickened the spirit, he wants that person out, and it's called a purge. And so the scripture says he purges every son, and that's what that means. Okay, and that purge is what it is. So when you purging, and the cleaning is the cornerstone, it is purging of the cornerstone. It is a spiritual purge. Nothing physical comes out because it's not a physical purge, it is a spiritual purge. So what comes out of your mouth, corner, and it's a cornerstone, but it's a spirit. It is that spirit of truth that God has put on. I'm saying still put in, that quickens in that one, that wakes up. He wakes up that spirit in that one, because that spirit is in all of God's people. I'm saying God's people. The spirit of God is in all man. Okay, all man, right? Because see, man is, this is the image that God loves so much. He called it Joseph, and he gave it a coat of many colors. So your coat of many colors are your chakras, the colors of the rainbow, the sign that's being defiled, right? Those are your chakras. He gave us that coat of many colors. And if Joseph had brothers, and Joseph, who are our brothers? Man can't be, we can't be our own brothers. So, and our brothers put us in captivity, into slavery. Who are they that put us in slavery today? So when we think about slavery, when we think about amongst each other, amongst ourselves, see, that's that divide and conquer. That's where they have divided and conquered us. But the bigger picture of it is they are the ones who are against all of us, but they have us divided, fighting among one another. All man is one. Okay. So the brothers have to be the entities that do not look like us. They are jealous of us because God is in us, not the way that He is in them. Because God gave Himself to this vessel, to this image. Okay. This is the one that He loved. And so He gave Himself to it. And Himself is the imagination. You see, that's the power of God that is within us. Our imagination. Think about it. If you go to sleep and don't wake up, what is it that allow you not to be here anymore? Your imagination. It's not the body. The body is not. The body can be here, but you would know it without an imagination. You see. So what we have been taught is a lie. And I say, if you don't go within, you'll go without, because everything that we have been taught outside of us is a lie. When we open our eyes, we open our eyes to the lie. And when we close our eyes to the truth, because the truth is within, not without. If you don't go within, go without. And so many people, we can't have a flower. Okay, that was okay. 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 So I'm going to speak on that. Let me see. We can't have a flower without the first seed. See, see, and the flower of life, the flower, um, uh, the tree of life, right? It's all this. The tree of life is in the garden, and when you think about see, okay, they want to look for that garden outside. They want to look for outside, outside of themselves and outside. They're trying to find Noah's Ark. Okay. It's all in here. It's all in here. So when you're trying to that garden, you're never gonna find that garden of Eden that's in here out there, because how could it be? Because this is the lower realm. It can't be. It's that garden was a spiritual place, and it still is a spiritual place. That's the garden. That's where the tree of life is. And so when Eve touched her imagination, she became like God. And she said, here, Adam, look, now we can, come on, look, see, touch it. You touch it, you feel it. It's real, right? This is how God does it, with his mind, with thought. This is how God does it. There's a thing in your, it's called imagination. And if you can imagine it, it can be. That's why there's nothing impossible to God, because He is your imagination, the power. That is the power that is within you. Your what can you not imagine? Chosen people, were imagining certain things just so easy. They will send you to hell. Think about them, because they're just evil. If you can think that evil, then going that way. So some things were shielded from us. So we can't even imagine that capacity, but we are not to allow to think such evilness that these people do. Eden, that's right, that's right, that's right. The garden is a spiritual place. I think that's what this is. And Eden is the physical place. E a den, right? A den, a den. That's right. That's right. That's right. And that physical place, even the word, is okay. Is it blurry? Is it clear? Is it blurry or is it clear now? Because it looks blurry to me. Not that my eyes are really that clear. Okay. 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 Yes. So, and when you think about the word Eden, right, or den, a den, you think about like if you den in your house or a den of noise, right? You know, the Eden that's in here is the mind when it is full of thought. It's a den, you know, it's just a den of noise. You can't, God can't even get in here because if when you go into meditation and if you give God just a little bit of space, he will put so much into it. But he just need for you to make room just a little bit for him. And what he'll put into you is unbelievable, life changing. Just just give him a second. Can you give him a second of a no thought? And if you can do that, it's blurry. Okay, thank you. Blurry. No. It's blurry. So, clear now? Is it clear now? Um, yeah. So into meditation, clear your mind for a second, a millisecond. He put something in there and peace. That's the first give you peace, you know. And so you have enough peace. You feel and you know you have to do something different because this is what I got just that little bit and it makes you want more. So you give more and he gives more. So yeah. Um I can't really tell if it's blurred. It looks clear on my end. I can't tell. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about um, love is a freeing thing. If you love someone, you let them go, right? Let them go because if you're holding to them, you can't supposed to do and they can't do what they're supposed to do. Right? And I'm telling you, now is the time. Now, I can't say it enough. Now is the time. You know, this is the time that you are supposed to be aware of the signs that are taking place. And now, you know, you're here watching. Look how many people are. It's a testament to the script where, you know, broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, right? And narrow the way where there be few on it that find it. So of all the billions of people in this world, how many will find will find me here? Not many. Here to how many people? Now, on the other channel, more people coming, and so and there, this one, right? So this time, people being made to hunger and to the truth, and there's so many people calling themselves prophets and prophetesses, you know what I'm saying? And but God does, you have to know. You have to know the word to know whether or not it's speaking the truth or not. You know, and even if they're speaking the truth, that doesn't mean from God. See, Satan is busy. To get people and start telling them stuff, and it be true, but it's not from God. It's from him. It's from the liar because okay, somebody was coming in and going out, and so God says the heart is most deceitful. Who can know it? And so people are saying, God told me this and that. You always have to question what God told you because God speaks to you, deal with you in spirit and truth. Okay? Spirit and truth. Not, I think I felt. No, that's not God. Doesn't operate like that. He operate in spirit and in truth. But Satan, he will get in your head, get in your feelings, and have somebody confirm it that God said it. And he's a liar and the guy and Satan that you was listening to. You see what I'm saying? You know, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to call out Gino Jennings, um, something about didn't call a woman preach, speak, or whatever. Let me tell you something, Gino. A lot to learn, my brother. Other people. hmm Who are you to tell God what he does, don't do? Who will what himself? Quite very, very, you'll be that. You have to write, tell nothing, answer for you, hold the rest of them on your case now because you talk to God, don't, and you are Mr. Hardy. Mr. Hardy has come true. And the Pleiadian star system, you see it. The you know number seven, seven sisters, and okay, so seven chakras, right? And you have seven sisters, and, so you have seven, you know, um, Thyatira, Sardis, Pergamos, uh, Leia, right? So as so below as okay, so now yeah, so they're here, but they're also as above, so below without. So you all those seven up there, right? Those seven churches, those stars there, they are supposed to do their job to us. That's why they are so close to us, to source us, to impulse us, give us energy, give us what we need, right? And so everything is out of the system, the whole system went against God. Everything, against God, everything transgressed. Every went out of course a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So even the stars were doing their job, you know, they weren't doing their jobs either. You know? And so yeah, I have something to you. You know, this is what Jesus is saying to the seven, right? And so now, God, yeah. So the seven churches within you, you know, as he's the oil within you, going up and down those seven churches, and he knows what you're doing and what you're not doing, you know. So he is the one who, you know, so at the end, when it says, you know, he was walking amongst those, right? The candlesticks. That oil. I'm doing it like because that's but the oil, fine, okay. So that's what he was talking about, you know, because your chakras are your energy centers, of course, and they need to be open. If they're not open, you're gonna have some kind of problems, okay, physical problems, because it's a spiritual thing that's manifesting in the physical, right? So if your sacral chakra is not open, that area of your reproductive organs, and you may have some problems in that area. You know what I'm saying? So, and not just that physically, it's also what like your sexuality, and affects all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, same thing. Like, say if it was your throat chakra that was closed, that means you have a hard time speaking your truth because your throat chakra is not open. You see, when stuff can get open, I'm telling, you're gonna speak your truth because that chakra is open. It's wide open for you to speak. But when it's closed off, it's like something else will let you say it because that chakra is closed off and not enough energy is flowing through it. Whereas what comes from your heart can come out freely, right? Because that's what God sees and judges, the heart, not the flesh, because the flesh is weak. He created it. He know it. I was talking to a friend or acquaintance, and he was telling me that um, he does things to try to impress God, you see. And I'm like, you can't. He know you. You don't need to impress him. Come as you are. You know, if you are a beggar or a thief, come as you are. If you are a saint, come as you are. Whatever it is you are, just come. Because see, haughty people think that they can do something. What God don't need you to please? What? He don't need you to please him. What does God need you to do for him? You're gonna do what he needs you to do. He created you. You didn't create him. So you're gonna do exactly what he created you to do. He didn't just create you for you to say be. So there's no need of trying to get right with God because you can't. Who are you to get right with God? How can you right with God? How? It is by his grace, mercy, not by works, because works are as filthy rags in his eyes. Works, but he does the heart, and he sees the. That's what he's looking at. What comes out of your mouth comes from your heart. You see, and so that's why when you worship him, you worship in spirit and in truth. So when people are giving these long prayers, trying to impress everybody, who, God doesn't care about that. He doesn't. But he like to see you when you're in your closet when no one else is looking. And I don't mean a closet in a house, the closet within you. Go within your closet and with him there. That's where he is. That's where he is. He's within you, you know. And as I like to say, if you don't go within, you will certainly go without. You will certainly go without.